up. Here you see the Super Chief and Al Hanna's Top Secret. This is what some of the things that the fans got to see. We're going to show you the daytime runs this show, and we're going to have the nighttime stuff for you next time around. But here you see him getting all staged up. Not many people knew what the Super Chief was going to look like. Well, here it is, and we're going to give you the video for the run now as they get staged up and ready to go. Let me tell you, folks, I stood right in between the two of them. Our cameraman, Bill Yo, getting all set, laying right beside the Super Chief here as they're getting ready to go. As you see, they're moving up and light the bulbs, and we're going to send them off and put them down the track. There they go. Let me tell you, folks, that's an impressive run. Here you see Nate Pennington captures the Top Secret perfectly at over 200 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the Shockwave. This nice, impressive Peterbilt with 3 jet engines was built by Les Shockley and his son Kent Shockley with 4,000 man-hours and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here you see him getting things ready to go as he's putting on a show for the crowd Thursday night at Night of Fire. He runs over 300 miles an hour racing planes at air shows and holds the world record for trucks at a blistering 256 miles per hour, 6.36 seconds. Let me tell you, folks, that's a lot of heat right there. Almost broke the speed gauge, definitely broke the thermometer Thursday night at Killcare Speedway, valued at $500,000. This truck uses 120 gallons of diesel fuel per run, weighing just about 7,000 pounds in the Peterbilt body. It has 36,000 horsepower if it can run the speed of sound if you had somewhere long enough to do that with. Here you see him getting all staged up. Mark Mitchell gonna run him out. He's letting him know where to go. We're gonna give him the thumbs up and put the Shockwave down. We'll see how he does on this run from Thursday night at Night of Fire. Rolls up in, hits the lights, here comes the gas, pop the igniter, and off we go, ladies and gentlemen. There you see as we go down 5100's reaction time at the big end. This guy's going to run out the big door for a great show at just about 152 miles an hour in the quarter mile. All our drag racing fans to the staging lanes for footage from Saturday's NHRA Bracket Drags at Killcare Dragway.
Saturday, Columbus Motor Speedway back to school special. It's the 2nd annual school bus figure 8 race and MO Derby. Plus the Dodge Weekly Series stock cars, super late models, limited sportsman, and street stocks. Adults $18, children $4. Racing starts at 7. Grab the wife and kids, tell grandma to put her teeth in, come out to Columbus Motor Speedway on Saturday. Check ColumbusSpeedway.com.
Saturday, August 13th, 30th Annual Buckeye Nationals, right here at Killcare Dragway. Big Daddy Don Garland's or Friday Night C McQuaker Steak and Lube, August 12th. Anyway, be here, isn't that right, Al?
Rich, I think I wet myself.
Ooh, yeah! Be there!
Now on to Saturday night at Killcare Dragway for the sportsman eliminations. Here you see Wayne Richardson. He's going up against Rob Stacy. Stacy takes off there in the dark, going up against Richardson in the Ranger. Down at the big end, we're going to see a wind light on the right-hand side. 1751 dial in for the Ranger. He's going to run it down through the back doors. Has to slow it down. Runs a 1758 with the wind light. Now for the pro quarterfinal, Doug Kaplinger going up against Phil Bagnard. As you see, green lights on both sides. City Chevelle going up against the 55 Chevy. Indexes here are going to be an 1177 for Kaplinger, for Bagnard 1065. Down at the big end, we're going to see a wind light. Of course, going left side to Doug Kaplinger. Now moving on, this is Dave Cox and Jason Wheatcraft. Cox out of Washington Courthouse, Wheatcraft out of Jamestown. The Barracuda and the Nova. And you see going down the right side. The Cooters got an 11:24 dial and a 10:08 to the Nova. On the end, though, we're going to see a win light going left side. Dave Cox runs it at 10:07. Double breakout there. He wins by the smaller bulb. Now moving on to the Pro Bike quarterfinal. This is Nathan Thatcher out of Dayton, Ohio, and a 76 Kawasaki going up against Danny Euler Sr. As they go down the track, it's a 980 dial into Thatcher to an 870 to Euler Sr. at the big end. The win light's going to go to Euler Sr. right side. Runs it out the back door. Sam Connerman and Dean Weeks going at it here. You're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, a rare thing right there. Dean Weeks with a red light is the automatic advance to Sam Cotterman into the bike final. Cotterman, however, runs it out the back door on a 1365 dial-in. He gets down to the big end and runs a 1379. Lets off just a little bit. Now moving on to Super Pro for the quarterfinal. Lance Anthony out of St. Paris going up against Rusty Berlisle out of Huber Heights. Racecraft dragster you see taking off there, going up against the 70 Nova. 495 dial-in left side to a 620 at the big end. Dragster takes the win light, driven by Lance Anthony out of St. Paris. Now moving on, this is Jeff Hazelbaker out of Greensfield, Ohio. In the Maverick, he's going up against Jim Perkins out of New Carlisle in the right-hand lane in the Racecraft dragster. Here you see him getting all set up and ready to go. Nice looking piece of machinery there. We're going to get them all staged up here and send them down the track and see who's going to go into the finals for the Super Pro. Staged up, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a red light. That's in the left-hand lane to Jeff Hazelbaker. He gives the automatic advance to Jim Perkins. Perkins takes it down a 42 on a 477 dial-in, and we're going to move on up, ladies and gentlemen. This here is going to be the high school final. Michael Sturgill and Mikey Collier. As you see, right-hand lane goes first. That's Collier going against Sturgill. Green light's a pair. It's at 1606 dial-in for Sturgill on the left-hand lane, at 1710 for Collier down at the big end. We're going to see who the win light goes to. These high school competitors doing a great job, and here comes your win light, ladies and gentlemen, right side for Mikey Collier, taking the win in the high school final this week at Killcare Dragway. Now moving on to junior dragsters. This is Justin Witt going up against last year's junior dragster champion, Ryan Jenks. Jenks out of Jamestown and Witt coming out of Fairborn. It's going to be a 7092 dial-in for Justin Witt as he goes up against Jenks. He's got an 850 dial-in. We're going to get them all staged up. There you see lights coming on. Second light for Jenks. Looking for a light for Witt. Now we've got it. We're going to send the tree down. Jenks is going to launch first. Green light prepared and send him down the track. Reaction time for those two gentlemen is a 585 with Justin Witt and a 580 for Ryan Jenks. Win light goes left side at Justin Witt out of Fairborn. Good job for him and the junior dragster final. Now moving up. Here you see, this is the sportsman final. That's Ken Forsyth out of Fairborn, who got the advance through the bye run. He's going to dial in a 1466 on that four-cylinder Mustang, going up against Wayne Richardson in the 03 V6 Ranger. It's a 1751 dial-in for Richardson, and on the left side is a 1466 for Forsyth. We're going to see who gets there first. As you see a deep stage there, right side. We're going to send him down the track as soon as the tree drops. There you see, right side launches first. Here comes the Mustang. Green lights a pair. Reaction times as we send him down. It's a 741 for Forsyth, going up against 578 for Richardson in the right-hand lane down at the big end. We're looking for a win light, and it's going to go right side to the Ranger. Wayne Richardson getting a 1749 on the final run there in Sportsman. Now moving up for your pro final. This is Dave Cox and Doug Kaplinger. Cox once again out of Washington Courthouse in the Nova on the left side. Kaplinger takes off in his 72 Chevelle out of Xenia. Green lights a pair. We're looking at reaction times here. Cox is a 528, so Kaplinger's 541. Down at the big end, we're going to look for a win light. It goes left side at 1008 on a 1005 dial-in for Dave Cox. Now on to your pro motorcycle final. This is Danny Euler Sr. and Sam Cotterman as we get them all staged up. Dial-in's going to be an 871 for Euler Sr. and Cotterman's got a 1375, which means he's launching way first. There you see Cotterman taking off. Euler Sr. sitting at the line, waiting for the clocks to run. Now the tree goes, green lights a pair. We're looking for a win light down at the 8th mile. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be left side to Danny Euler Sr. He runs it out the back door with an 876 on an 871 dial-in. Now on to the Super Pro Final, Lance Anthony and Jim Perkins. Anthony's out of St. Paris. Both of them driving racecraft dragsters here. You're going to see it dial in left side of a 496 up against a 477 on the right-hand side. There you see the lights beginning to stage up. Everybody getting ready to go. Mark Mitchell standing there watching what's going to happen. We're looking for a second stage light on the left-hand side. As soon as we get Mr. Anthony up in there, trees starts. Send it down, green lights appear. Reaction times are 5:16 to a 5:25, left side, right side respectively. A 496 on a 496, dead on for the win light, left lane.